Go and we continue learning Pirkei Avos. We're up to the 18th Mishnah. Says the Heilige Mishnah on the 4th parak. Rav Shimon ben Elazar Omer Al Teratza es Chavercha V'shas Kaisai. Do not appease your friend while he is angry. Says Rabbeinu Yoina, why should you not appease your friend while he's angry? Because what happens if you try to speak to someone while he's angry? You might come to say something that's not appropriate. Because you're adding anger to anger. We all know you go to someone while he's fuming and all of a sudden no, it's okay. Leave the guy alone. You're making him more angry. Says the Mishnah, it's exactly what you should do. It's not the time to appease someone. Continues the Mishnah of and do not console someone while the mace is mutalafanav, while the dead body is lying in front of him. What does that mean? Says Rabbeinu Yoina, at the time of sadness, kas, the time of extreme sadness, when you try to console someone, what does it do? It just makes him angry. And he's going to say something not nice. I do not question someone about his neder while he makes it. What does that mean? Says Rabbeinu Yoina, do not ask him something that could be a Pesach, could be a way to annul his vow. Do you make a neder with this das? Because while he's angry, even noider, and he's making the neder, he's going to explain everything. And he's going to end up creating a way that you cannot undo the neder. Let's understand what Rabbeinu Yoina just said. Something incredible. Someone's making a neder. So you start asking him, did you mean this? And now while he's making the neder, he's very angry. He's very kempt up. So at that moment he says, I wanted to do because of this. I want to do because of this. And even in this situation, even in that situation, what happens is he ends up making a neder that's impossible to undo. And therefore, you should not do that. Don't try to see someone at the time of his kalkala, at the time of his degradation. What does that mean? While he's damaging, or he's doing an aveira, and he's embarrassed of himself. Listen to those words. Someone's doing something wrong. Why is he doing it wrong? Because he's messed up. That's not the moment that you should try to see him. It's more embarrassing. So sometimes you see someone do something foolish, and it's funny. It's geschmack. You see a guy do something really, really not intelligent. So that's the moment everyone wants to video it, everyone wants to see it. But realize, he messed up, and you're making his mess up that much worse. Teaches the Mishnah, we have to have the decency that he's making a mistake. He makes a mistake. Leave him. Don't compound his misery by you watching it, certainly not by recording it, etc., etc. Continues the next Mishnah, Mishnah Yutes. Shmuel HaKatan Omer. Says Shmuel HaKatan, quoting a pasuk in Mishlei, B'nefalei v'echal tismach. When your enemy falls, do not rejoice. U'bekashlai, and when your enemy stumbles, al yogel libecha, do not let your heart be joyous. Why? Penira Hashem, perhaps Hashem will see v'ra be'enov, and it'll be bad in the eyes of Hashem, ve'ishamayla apoy, and he's going to turn his anger from him. Says Rabbeinu Yoina, what does this mean? What is Shmuel HaKatan teaching us? He's just quoting us a pasuk that Shlomo Melech already said. Continues Rabbeinu Yoina, Elorat Leimar, what's the Mishnah teaching us? What's he adding on to the words of Shlomo Melech? Shayarogil Shmuel Leimar pasuk zeh. As we've seen before, the Mishnah sometimes say, Hu HaYomer, this was his mantra, this is what he used to say. This Mishnah is teaching us that this is what Shmuel used to constantly repeat this pasuk. Why? This is something that people falter at. Even if your enemy is wicked, you should not rejoice when something bad befalls him, except for the sake of a Kadosh Baruch Hu. What does that mean? The tzaddik lo yisach b'mapelas harishayim does not rejoice when Rishayim fall. But unless Why is he happy? Sometimes it's someone who's really, really wicked. And then he falls, and then you even see and even hear tzaddikim and big people saying how they're so happy. Why? Because it increases kavod shamayim. Sometimes when someone is an outspoken rasha, and something bad happens to him, and increases kavod shamayim. They sin also. So it's not because you hate him, you're just doing it for Hashem. Someone whose actions are also not so great. And you rejoice when he stumbles. You're the same thing. That's actually honestly what happens to most of us. You see someone fall, you see someone have an issue. So we laugh and we rejoice. But the inside of us, what's really going on? We're really thinking, that's really me. We're looking at ourselves and we're seeing our own issues. And then we laugh. We see it in someone else. Says Rabbi Yoina, that's terrible. It's all included in the pasuk. The Yeshagarson, there's some that read the Mishnah. Pinir Hashem v'Rabbi Ina v'Yishem Ayla Apoi Charoin Apoi leNamar Ela Ma'alav Apoi. What does it mean Ma'alav Apoi? It doesn't say burning anger, just as anger. Malamei Shemechel HaKol V'Neisav, that he's forgiven for all his averis. V'Atash V'Einu Shmuel Chidish Gadol Shmuel HaKatan. He's teaching us an incredible novelty. Shrat Zaleimar Kira Hashem Shezeh Sameach Minafol Yevai. When Hashem sees someone else is rejoicing when a person falls, you know what happens? The one who made the issue, the Rasha, gets mechila. And that is a punishment to one that is happy. So careful we have to be, not to rejoice, not to be happy when someone else has any issues.